Guys, coming straight here back into the video. So you guys just love, I just love the wheel, alright? I love my wheel videos. So I've done T-Dog, I've done Dale, and I've done Nori. Now, that's what there she is. Okay, so these three cannot be the protagonist. So I'm gonna make this into a mini-series eventually, okay? Because there's about 2, 4, 6, 7 main characters in season 1. Eventually I want to make this into a mini-series where I collab all my original characters and then I will talk about, them in an actual full series, which will be amazing. So I'll spin for season 2, there was 3, then season 3, so on and so forth. And I will eventually go back to the OGs, the original characters. Now, similar to Total Drama, OG, I like to call them, which, means, I think OC could be good for cast, but I think OG means original gangsters, but they are gangsters. They are original, they are the OGs, they kind of are original gangsters in their own way, alright. So I added 2 characters, Guimero and Dr. Jenna, as protagonist material. So let's see who is the protagonist. Damn, it's Carol. Ooh, oh, that's interesting. So Andrea has become the protagonist, alright? So Andrea is the protagonist, okay? So Andrea has to have a love interest in season 1. So the love interests are T-Dog, Rick, Shane, Merle. So Andrea's our protagonist, and we got who is the love interest of so I'm just gonna damn, I think I did the wrong wheel. Rick, Shane, Daryl, and Merle. Okay. Sophia, Lewis, Eliza, and Carl. So these characters. So who's the love interest for Andrea? Alright, who's the love interest? It's Merle. Oh no, it's Jim. So Jim has immunity till season 3, alright. So Jim is the love interest of Andrea. Who's gonna be the child that's just after? Luis Morales. Alright. So in this timeline it's Luis who she looks after. So Luis is immune for all seasons because I just don't like the call death. So he's immunity. Where's Jim? We've got Jim who's immune till season 3. Okay. He's immune to season 3. So in this time, Andrea and Jim were in a relationship before the apocalypse, and we can say she gets shot. She was like a lawyer, so we can say that's what happened, okay? Now, who gets chained to the rooftop? This character returns in Woodbury. Alright, so who does Andrea chain to the rooftop? It's T-Dog. Damn. So in this timeline, I guess she decides to chain T-Dog to the rooftop, alright? So T-Dog's been chained. Really sad. Really sad. T-Dog will come back in season 3. So now we have the Ed death. So who gets the Ed death? Somebody gets the Ed death. Andrew's immune. Luckily Andrew's immune, alright. Luckily Andrew's immune. Alright, so she all comes back in Woodbury. That's pretty interesting. It's like the game Destinies. Alright. Oh no, no. I thought it was Carl. Thank goodness it's not Carl. Miranda comes out, not Ed. Sorry, fortunately not Ed. Miranda comes out of her tent and gets attacked by a walker, alright? We can just say she was sleeping, so. The Amy death. No. I like this actually. So Amy gets her cannon death. Alright. And then who gets the Jim death? So somebody gets left by a tree. Damn. Damn. It's Eliza. Okay, I like this actually. So, in this timeline, what happens is Miranda gets eaten. Amy dies like in canon, and then this really upsets Andrea. But because Luis Morales is still here, this motivates Andrea to keep going, okay? Maybe she sees a bit of Amy and Luis, okay? And what happens is, Morales is devastated about this, and they continue forth. Now, does Guimero join the group? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Because I thought it was a bit unfair to do that. So let's see. Tails, no, he doesn't. So Guimero, we lose Guimero. He already dies. He dies off screen, alright? So Guimero dies. Really sad, alright? So who gets the Jackie death? So somebody joins Dr. Jenna and decides, I can't. Jackie, so Jackie just gets her canon death, alright? Jackie just joins Dr. Jenna. So that's really sad. Jackie just gets her canon death, alright? So Jackie gets the canon death. And now we're on season 2. Alright. Somebody goes missing on the highway. And somebody will get shot, alright? So we gotta add a second wheel video. A second wheel. So yeah, a second wheel there. And then, we got Herschel, Beth, Jimmy, Maggie. Let's just Herschel, Beth, Jimmy, Maggie, Otis, and Patricia. I forgot who goes to find family. So this character leaves the show to find family. And they'll come back in season 8. So it's Ed. So this means that's Ed, Carol, and Sophia all leave to find family. Okay. Where's Sophia? Sophia and Carol. I guess that makes sense though, because Carol's not the same person she would be at this point, so she wouldn't be able to leave Ed. So I guess Ed just forces her to come with him. So they're there. T-Dog, he's coming back in Woodbury. Now, there we go. So we have the question: who's the shooter? And then who gets missing on the highway? All right. Oh no! So Maggie's gonna get the Otis death. I always do a 2-in-1, guys. Andrea can't go missing. So Maggie gets the Otis death. My favorite character. So sad. My favorite character in this season. No! No! So Rick panics and goes missing, alright? And then who does Maggie shoot? Now, it'd be funny if this was like Shane or something. Could you imagine if this was Shane? You know what? Jim works, alright? So Jim gets shot. And we now add Otis, Patricia, Beth, Herschel, and Jimmy, alright? So Maggie gets shot, alright? So Maggie gets the Otis death. Now, let's just go back for a second. Maggie gets the Otis death. And the question is, who shoots Otis? So somebody in our group will kill Otis, alright? Or not Otis, we'll kill Maggie. So somebody shoots Maggie in the leg, alright? So who is it that shoots Maggie? Now this will become our Shane. Now if it's Andrea, we have to pick somebody else to be our Shane. I love it. So Carl's the one. I guess in this version, Carl's a bit more savage than he is in the original timeline. So he's maybe a bit more like the comic book version. And he shoots Maggie in the leg after his father goes missing. Carl goes crazy and shoots Maggie. So Maggie gets shot in the leg, alright? I guess Carl's going to be our Shane, but we'll find that out in a bit. So, who shoots Sophia? So this is the Sophia death, alright? And then we got to talk about Randall. So we'll talk about the Sophia death. So who shoots Maggie? So which character is the person to shoot Maggie? Now, obviously Glenn's not in a relationship with her in this version. So that's interesting. Damn, I love it. So Beth is the one to shoot down zombie Maggie, alright? And now we got Randall. So Randall joins our group, okay? And then we got who gets the Del death. So if it's Carl, somebody else is going to have to kill Randall, and this person will get the Shane death, okay? So Carl will be the one in the field that will ultimately try to take out Andrea. Luis Morales is immune though. It can't be Luis. It cannot be Luis Morales. So Patricia, damn. So in this version, Patricia. I guess because there's no Rick, Shane doesn't have a rival with him. So I guess maybe Shane isn't with Laurie because Rick never gets shot. And so Patricia tries to convince the group, they're just not having it, and she has to get put down. So it's the sorry sister. Who kills her? That's the question. So Andrea hasn't written anything yet in this season, but I'm hoping she does. I do love that though. It is Jimmy. So Jimmy is the one to put down Patricia, one of his own, alright? Now, who kills Randall? Now, this is going to be Carl. Okay, Carl kills Randall because he killed Maggie. So, who kills... So, we remove Carl. Carl! And who shoots zombie Carl, alright? Who shoots zombie Carl? Okay, so who shoots zombie Carl? Oh no, it's shit. Oh no, it's Glenn, okay. So in this timeline, what happens is, Carl says, I can lead the group better than you, Andrea. And Carl gets stabbed by Andrea. And Glenn Glenn comes across to save Andrea, okay? And so, I guess in this version, Carl was jealous of Luis Morales, so we can just say that. And Carl gets put down by Andrea. That's pretty crazy, alright? So somebody gets the Jimmy and Patricia death. So who gets the Jimmy Patricia death and somebody gets separated from the group, which is the Andrea death. They might not die, but we'll see. Andrea is immune, so we can't lose Andrea. Luckily, Andrea is immune, alright? Yeah, I got so many ideas for different characters, like Hamburg being the protagonist. That'd be cool. Like the prisoners maybe as a protagonist. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could do with these videos, And I even got one short down like Duncan. Oh no. So Beth, after her arc shooting Maggie, gets the Jimmy death, tries to drive the RV, alright? So I was thinking like Duncan as protagonist, Cody as the protagonist in my Todd Ram videos. No, Daryl. Oh, we didn't have that bonding moment then. So Daryl gets devoured and trying to get off the farm, right? So who gets separated? Now this person will get separated with Michonne, alright? Merle, I love that actually. So Merle is the one who goes missing and is saved by Michonne. So Merle, he's saved by Michonne, and Merle, he's immune. All right, so Merle can't die. He's with Michonne, and we have to have Michonne, Oscar, Big Tiny, and Axel. Okay. So we're now on season 3, and wow. Our cast is very different to the original, okay? So Laurie has lost Carl earlier than she does in the original, which is really weird. Carl dying in season 2, right? So Carl tried to take over the group. Andrea has her speech about Carl, okay? About Carl, So first off, we have to talk about the Big Tiny death. So somebody gets the Big Tiny death and gets it scratched, and then they have to put it down. Now, it makes sense for it to be one of the prisoners, but I'm just going to say who will it be? Herschel. No. And then who gets bit on the leg? Okay, somebody gets bit on the leg, so it's not Herschel. He just gets scratched. Pretty sad. One-legged Jimmy. Okay, so Jimmy's the one who... Now, Jim's lost his immunity, so Jim can die in this season. So Jimmy has One leg Jimmy, alright? So one leg Jimmy. Jimmy has one leg. And they have to cut it off, and the prisoner's like, what's going on here? The prisoners are so shocked. And Herschel gets scratched, and Thomas kills him. So Andrea's like, I get it. And then she kills Thomas, okay? So the question is, who is it who gets the T-Dog death? So somebody gets the T-Dog death. Now, obviously, it can't be T-Dog because he's in Woodbury, so it is going to be interesting. But you've already lost Merle, okay? Michonne, it can't be Michonne either. Because Michonne is with Merle at this point. It makes no sense. I need to actually change the U to an I. I'm not sure why I put Michonne. It's Michonne, okay? Now, I'm hoping this person sacrifices himself for, like, someone. Andrea's immune, okay? But I'll allow Andrea to be the one that they do save if it lands on, like, a different character, okay? So we can say they save Andrea. No! Okay. So, in this version, Laurie has her child, like, a little bit earlier, which is Judith. And she dies in the pregnancy canon. And that's what happens, okay? So, who gets... And she saves Andrea with Judith. So, Andrea and Judith run off together, okay? So, the question is, who kills Andrew? Okay, so then who gets the Laurie death? So, Laurie's really dead. Okay, so who kills Andrew? Oh, I love it. You know what? I love it. I could see it. So, Shane kills Andrew. Okay, so Shane kills Andrew. And then who gets this death, right? Who gets the... Oh no, it's not Jimmy. So Jimmy gets devoured by walkers, okay? And Laurie still has Judith. I guess we can still say the kid's Shane's, right? We'll say the kid's still Shane's. Because Rick would have gone missing in season 2, so they never would have had that fight. But Shane's like, no. Shane's freaking out, and Shane has to raise Judith, right? And Andrea, they're kind of worried because, like, Judith has lost everything. She lost her brother in the end of season 2. She just lost her mom. So Judith doesn't have anyone, which is crazy, except Shane. Shane's like the closest thing she has to family. So there you go. All right. So we have to talk about Gargiulo. Now, the question is, Gargiulo's this guy. Now, does Gargiulo join the group, or does he die by Merle? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Yes. So we add Gargiulo to the wheel, all right? So Gargiulo, Merle, Gargiulo, T-Dog. And that's it. That's all we'll add for now. So Gargiulo is with us and all that. And somebody gets the Oscar death. Now, does Shumper and Hamburg join us at this point, or do they stay with the governor? Heads, they join. Tails, they stay with the governor. Alright, they stay with the governor at this point. So we don't get Hamburg, we don't get Shumper. Damn it. But who gets the Oscar death, alright? Who gets kidnapped? So we have two people that get kidnapped, right? It can't be T-Dog, can't be Gargiulo. But it can be anyone else. Oscar is one of these people who gets kidnapped, okay? Did we add Big Tiny? I thought we had Big Tiny. Axel and Big Tiny. Yeah, we did add them. Why did I add them twice by accident? I don't want them a double chance to be taken out, so... Oscar and who else? Who else with Oscar? Andrea is immune. Now, Rick was technically kidnapped in the comics. Do I make that work? No, I'm gonna reroll. Alright, I'm gonna reroll that. If it lands on Andrea again, I will let her be kidnapped. It's Shane, alright? So Shane gets kidnapped with Oscar. And T-Dog says, you know, welcome back. You should say hello to your old pal, T-Dog. And he says Andrew's alive. And I guess maybe Laurie dropped the keys or something. And T-Dog says, I hope she died slow. And yeah, that would be fire, okay? So Laurie maybe dropped the keys, okay? So that's what happens. And T-Dog's like, damn. You know, T-Dog's just, he's there. He's chilling. Now, who gets the actual death? Now, we both dudes, Tyrese and Sasha, join our group. Heads yes, tails no. Yes, so Tyrese and Sasha are not kicked from the group in this version. Nah, I mean they were in this season, but they weren't really main characters. So Tyrese and Sasha joined the group. Okay, they defect the governor. But the others just die like cannon. Okay, so who gets the actual death? So somebody gets shot in the head and surprise attack by the governor. Oh no! You know what? Michonne works though. Michonne actually works because she's with the group at this point, and you know everyone's with each other. So Michonne gets surprise attacked in the head and gets shot by the governor. That is so sad. I do love Michonne, but that is so sad for Michonne's character. So who gets the Murrow death? Now we've got Dwayne. Does Dwayne survive? Heads yes, tails no. He dies like cannon. Tails, he dies like cannon. So Dwayne is not coming back in season 6, unfortunately. We have lost Dwayne, who died after the Michonne death. It's confirmed by Morgan. We still visit him like in the original, and Morgan saved Andrea in the city. So who gets the Murrow death? So somebody sacrifices themselves and tries to take out the governor, but fails. Oh, Tyrese. I love it though. I do love it because Tyrese did join the governor. All right. So Tyrese, seeing what happened, how crazy the governor is, with Michonne, and he wouldn't know Jimmy, but he tries to kill the governor, but is unsuccessful. Okay. And Sasha is the one who's crying like Daryl and has to put him down. Okay. I guess that's really cool. So we can say that. And now we have to talk about the Milton death. So Milton is this guy. Milton does not reform. All right, we don't get Milton, but somebody gets kidnapped in the season finale and dies. Okay. So who is it? It can be Jim, which is interesting. Damn. Oscar gets kidnapped again by the governor, and it's too late. Oscar's been bitten, and Oscar puts himself down. All right. So does Shumpert and Hamburg join the group? Heads, yes. Heads for Shumpert, yes. Tails, no. Oh, best of 3. One more, please. Yes. Okay, Shumpert. One more for Shumpert. So Shumpert joins. All right, Shumpert joins. Yep. That was canon. He joins. Hamburg, odds even. Odds yes. Tails no. Best of 3. Yes, one more. Yes. So Hamburg also joins the group. All right. Hamburg, Shumpert, and then we're going to talk about Martinez. We'll talk about him in a bit because he does get his death, okay? So they join the group, which I'm pretty happy with. So we had Karen to the wheel. We add Zach. So we have everyone's been added to the wheel. The standby season 4 is here. And then there you go. So Zach death. So this is what we have. Andrea, Glenn, Jim. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people left from season 1, okay? We're doing better than the original timeline, guys. Gets the Zach death. Alright. I hope it's not one of our Atlanta survivors. Damn. No, not she. Mika goes on a supply run and gets killed, alright? That's pretty sad. So I guess Lizzie's just on her own. I guess Shumpert maybe is looking after her. So maybe Sasha and Shumpert. Sasha and Bob are a couple. Jim and Andrea, they're looking after Lewis Morales. I don't know who else would be together. Who would Karen be with? Let's say she's with Shumpert. Yeah, Karen and Shumpert, okay. And Hamburg's just chilling. Alright. I love it. So, who gets the Patrick death? So this character gets sick. Patrick's not on the wheel, so we're not going to do that one. Okay, but who gets the Karen death? So this character, the first character gets burned, the second character will actually do it, okay? No! No! Big Tiny. That's so sad. My boy. And who burned the bodies? Imagine if this was Axel. That'd be crazy, okay? Oh, yes! Shumpert! I love it. Okay, so Shumpert saves us in Terminus, alright? So in this timeline, Shumpert, we'll say Patrick dies like canon, but Big Tiny dies, and, you know, Shumpert wanting to protect Karen and the children. He gets kicked, and Shumpert returns in season 5. Yes, Shumpert will come back to save us, alright? So Shumpert saves us in Terminus. Okay. So now we have Shumpert's confirmed fate, but we already have Shumpert in our group. So we got the Martinez death. Does Martinez get his canon death? Heads, yes. Tails, no. He joins us. Alright, I that doesn't count. I didn't flip, so. Tails, heads, he gets counted. So Tails, he joins the prison, okay? Martinez actually joins the prison. So Martinez. And, how many people die in the prison, alright? 5 people. So, sorry about that. We're back, and this is the Herschel death, alright? So who gets the Herschel death? Who does the governor kidnap? And then we got 4 extra deaths. Alright. Just for a twist. No! Damn it, it's Axel. So all the prisoners have been wiped out, alright? We lost Axel. That's so sad. So my boy Axel ends up getting killed, okay? So, now we have to talk about the next death. So we've got 4 extra deaths, alright? Who does the governor gun down? Alright, the governor just kills him. I forgot to add Lily and Tara. No! No! Damn it. It's Hamburg. Do I allow myself a veto? I think I will. I allow myself 1 shot, okay? Heads, he dies. Tails, we get a reroll. Damn. So Hamburg gets killed. Damn, Hamburg always dies in the prison, man. I gotta make him the protagonist, okay? Tara and Lily. Who else does the governor kill, okay? So we got 3 more deaths. I can't believe Axel gets his head cut off. No! Tara. Damn, the governor's really not messing around in this version, okay? So the governor... I forgot. Who was with the governor? It was T-Dog. Yeah, he was with T-Dog. No! Sasha was getting a good arc as well, you know. She had to put down her brother. And she was like our Daryl, so we was Daryl in the prison. Okay, so that's 4 people. So we got 1 more death before we get to the governor death. And then we got Lily, so somebody stays behind. No! Oh, it's Martinez. It's Martinez, alright. I like Martinez, to be honest. I thought he was a good character. He was just 2 in orders, I think. I think he was just more afraid of the governor. So this time I need food. Alright, so the governor, Martinez, gets gunned down, sacrificing himself, alright? So, damn. So who gets the Lily death? So somebody gets the Lily death. So, who gets the Lily death? So this character will get the Lily death. They decided, you know what? I'm staying behind. 16. Oh, who kills the governor? I forgot. Who kills the governor? Alright. Who kills the governor? Apparently it's Karen. Okay. That actually works. Karen kills the governor. But who stays behind? Okay. Now this character stays behind and gets the Lily death. Alright. No. No. Otis. He's the last guy on the farm as well. So Otis ends up getting the Lily death, alright? So who gets... so somebody gets killed by Lizzie. Okay. So we'll add Abraham, Rosita, and we add Eugene. Now, I don't think it makes any sense for them to be killed here. Alright, so Shumpert. Oh yeah, we can add Shumpert too. So we gotta re-add Shumpert, because at this point Shumpert, he's technically not in the group, but I mean he does technically. Karen is technically with Lizzie and Mika, so we'll add them. And then we'll add the claimer. We'll talk about who kills Joe the claimer. Alright. Okay. So who gets killed by Lizzie? Alright. So who kills Lizzie kill? No, the goat Glenn, damn it. It's the Glenn. Damn. So in this version, Glenn is the one who gets killed by Lizzie, alright? That's so sad. Now who kills Glenn? My boy. That's such a death for Glenn as well. You know what? I love it. So, in this version, Lizzie kills Glenn, right? One of the Atlanta original characters, which is pretty shocking to show a threat, how much of a threat Lizzie is, okay? So now we've got 2-4, the Atlanta 6, right? And they're pretty shocked. And Eugene, you know, I guess Eugene's still a coward, but this is like the first turn for Eugene, okay? Where Eugene actually develops as a character and he kills Lizzie to protect the group, okay? He kills Lizzie. Now, who kills Joe the Claimer, which is this guy? Now, it makes sense for it to be Andrea. I think we'll have Andrea kill Joe the Claimer, okay? So, Shumpert, Shumpert is going to save us some Terminus, alright? Now, we're on season 5, and this is talking about, where are you? Terminus. That's just the Gareth death. Alright, so Gareth. So we got to talk about the Gareth stuff, alright? So who kills Gareth? Which is still going to be Andrea. So Andrea's going to rip the neck out of Joe, okay? But who does Andrea try to save? Because in this version, I guess it's Luis Morales, because he's our Carl. And, you know, she rips the neck out of Joe, okay? So Gareth gets killed by Andrea. And the question is, who gets the Bob death? So somebody gets tainted meat, and we have to put them down later, right? Oh no, Gargiulio is the one. You know what? I kind of like that though. He's kind of crazy though, so I guess it makes sense. He gets the death, right? And I forgot. Oh no, I forgot who gets kidnapped from the hospital. Who gets kidnapped? All right. So it can't be Gargiulio because he's already dead. Judith works. All right, Judith does work. So we'll say this entire time, Judith has been kidnapped and taken by Dawn, alright? I guess Noah's just kind of been there. He's not done anything that bad. So we have to have Gabriel, Noah to the wheel, okay? Now, I won't add Gabriel yet, but I will add Noah. Because he actually comes for the Tyrese death, okay? So who gets the Beth death? Now, this character gets the Beth death, and they try to kill Dawn, but then somebody shoots Dawn, okay? And it's not Andrea. So it can be a side character. Noah he just appears just to be killed, alright? So Noah gets killed. But who kills them to avenge Noah, alright? Somebody avenges Noah to kill Dawn, alright? So Dawn dies. Who kills Noah? I guess Zach works. Maybe Zach saw him as like a similar age. I guess Zach felt bad for the guy, so he just killed him. So we can say that. But who gets the Tyrese death? Now, somebody gets the Tyrese death, and somebody gets killed before we arrive at Alexandria, okay? So, Gabriel's on the wheel at this point. I won't add Aaron, because he was... I believe Aaron died after the Tyrese death. Oh, no. Rosita is the one who gets bitten. Who loses an arm. That actually works, though. So she gets bit when they're trying to... on the supply run. Because there's no Noah, so why would she get bitten? We could just say it was like a supply run, or there was a zombie attack and Rosita got bitten and they had to cut her arm off, but there wasn't enough time to save her. So we'll say that, okay? So we had Eric, Aiden, Deanna, Reg, Pete, Aaron, Nicholas, Sam, Enid, Ron, and Jesse, okay? So we'll add all these guys to the wheel. We've got Eric. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't put it. Eric, Enid, Ron, Sam, Jesse, Spencer, Reg, Aiden, Spencer, Deanna. Okay. I think that's everyone. So I don't think I'm missing anybody. So the question is, who gets the Aiden death, the Noah death, and the Reg death, alright? So somebody gets the Aiden death, alright? So who gets the Aiden death? Oh, no. It's Eugene. Oh, not Sam. Okay, so Sam's the one. He goes to prove himself. Maybe Abraham's toughened him up like I said in another video. I think it was the Dale one. Abraham toughens him up, right? And Sam does on the supply run. Now, who gets the Noah death? So somebody witnesses this character die. Alright. Damn. Spencer. Alright. Spencer just dies on a supply run. So who witnesses Spencer die? Okay. It makes sense for it to be somebody that we know. You know what? Ron works. He's a side. Ron works. He's a side character. After witnessing his brother die, he has to witness Spencer die, and then Ron gets very vengeful for losing his brother. That makes sense. All right. So who gets the Reg death? Now somebody gets killed by Pete, and then we'll spin. How many people gets killed by Pete? All right. 3 people. All right. So we got Reg. The Reg death. 2 extra people get killed with Reg. So the first 2 are people who try to stop Pete, and then the second one is. No. I love it though. I love it. So Jim, Andrea's love interest, gets killed. All right. This will enrage Andrea. All right. This will make Andrea kill Pete. All right. No, not Shane, the goat. No. The Atlanta 4 now. Alright, we got the Atlanta 4. So 2 of season 1 characters dying. So who gets the Reg death? Somebody gets the Reg death, alright. Who is it gets the Reg death? Damn it. I hate that for Abraham. But I love it. So Abraham tries to fight Reg, but Reg slices him. Not Reg, that doesn't count. Not Reg, Pete, right? So Pete kills him. And Eugene witnesses, okay? So Eugene witnesses Abraham die. Damn. Eugene's lost his entire group, okay? So we're on season 6, alright. Season 6. And we got the Nicholas death, alright? So season 6, we have to add a couple of different characters. Now, we'll talk about the Eastman, actually. Does Eastman join? We'll talk about that in a bit, okay? Olivia, Tobin, Heath, Denise, Morgan, Gregory, and Jesus, okay? Olivia, Gregory, Jesus, Denise, Heath, and who else? Denise, Tobin, Olivia. Okay. So that's everyone. And the Nicholas death, alright? So who gets the Nicholas death? Nice character. Get the fake out death. So I can't afford it season 1. No, it's Zach. So Zach ends up getting the Nicholas death, alright? So Zach gets Nicholas death. And does Eastman die? Heads yes, does no. Okay, Eastman dies like canon, so it is Eastman. Now, who witnesses Zach die? This character is going to be immune. Alright, they can't die in the attack. And apparently it's Denise. All right. So I think this whole time, Denise and Zach were a thing, and to save Denise, Zach, of course. Oh, Olivia. Sorry, Olivia. The guy that hurt twice actually. So Olivia is immune. She can't die. Right. So who gets the Diana death? So somebody gets the Diana death. All right. So who gets the Diana death? We already lost Jim. All right. We already lost Jim. So sad. And we lost Shane, which I hate. Oh. Zach's already dead. Did I add? Sorry, I think this might be. What's this? This is my. I think it's my different wheel. Sorry, wrong wheel. Wrong wheel. All right, wrong wheel. So it can't be Andrea. That would be so cool, but Andrea is immune. All right. So Luis Morales is really. Andrea needs to be another love interest too. Apparently, no, not Merle, please. Apparently, Gregory panics and ends up getting killed. All right. So, who gets this character? Who gets the Jesse death? It's Reg. So Reg tries to save Gregory, but is unsuccessful. So who gets? It's Reggie's. Sorry, he gets the Sam death, doesn't he? So Gregory just goes out guns blazing, all right. And Reg is just crying, and somebody has to save him, all right. And this character will also be killed, and then they're like, you, Tobin. All right, so Tobin gets the Reg death. He's only been in one season. All right, Tobin just gets wiped out. I forgot we had Morales, so we still have the Land of 5, all right? So, we have... Who just died? The Tobin. Tobin got the Jesse death. So, who gets the Ron death? Now, this character will shoot someone in the eye. All right, I will shoot someone in the eye. Olivia has gone missing. It can't be Olivia. Olivia. It can't be Olivia. And it's canon. So Ron is the one who just dies like normal, alright? So who's Ron? And who does Ron shoot? Who does Ron shoot? Who does Ron shoot? Let's see who it is. No, Jesse. He shoots his mom. Okay. I think I have a way this can work. So Merle and Jesse. You ready for this? Merle and Jesse were a couple. And Merle bet up Reg. And Ron's like, you. And he tries to shoot Merle. But he accidentally shoots Jesse, right? And so Jesse gets one eye. One eye Jesse. Alright. And there you go. So Owen. Who kills Owen? So Owen's the alpha wolf. Alright. Owen is the alpha wolf. Bob, alright, damn. So Bob Stuckey is the one to do it, alright? So he hasn't got a girlfriend, he hasn't got Sasha. Merle and Jesse are a couple. And I think I like that. I like that shipping. Okay. I guess Morales. So let's spin a wheel for who's Andrea's love interest now, it's Andrea. Alright. Karen? Do I want it to be Karen? Karen's with Shumpert, so it doesn't really work. So, reroll. I'm going to say Dale. Potentially Dale. You know what? Morales is fine. Morales suits very well. So, Morales. And Andrea's been very close, right? Since season 1, Andrea and Morales get together. And in this moment, okay? So Judith, they're raising Judith. Judith is their little girl. There you go. That's the couple. All right. So who gets the Denise death? Now somebody gets the Denise death. All right. So somebody gets killed, and who gets the Denise death? All right. I can't have 5. Okay. No, no. I just said Atlanta 5 as well. That sucks for T-Dog though. Okay, T-Dog went against the governor. He got chained to a rooftop. He was guns blazing, and then he gets his eye shot out. All right. So I guess this whole time, Mill and T-Dog's been pretty close. Okay, and Mill's reformed. Okay, and T-Dog's just gets shot in the eye after having a conversation with Merle. Right, and he's like, no. So how many people does Negan kill? Oof, Negan kills 6 people. So we got Abraham, then Abraham season 7, then Glenn, then 3 extra deaths. All right. So we will add Harlan. We'll add Carson in season 7. So finale death. Who's our finale? All right. Bob works. All right. Bob's been getting a good arc, so I feel like Bob does work. We will add Harlan to the wheel. So we add Harlan. All right. So we gotta explain how this works. So season 7, that is tragic. Bob. We lose Bob in season 7, all right. So Bob dies in season 7, ladies and gentlemen. Bob dies in season 7. All right. And we got Abraham, Glenn. So they're the extra 2. They got 3 extra deaths, all right. So who's going to get the flashback death? Okay. So these people somebody will punch Negan several times and then they'll just keep getting killed, all right. All right, so he kills Denise. That's his first casualty. Denise dies. Next person. All right. I'm hoping it's no one in Atlanta. Deanna, okay, Negan's just not really killing people. I mean, he is, but he's not taking anyone major in the group. Imagine Andrew just sitting there going you can take them, it's fine. But Bob was the big one. Bob's the big one, okay? Olivia kind of works because she was our Glenn, she tried to save Zach, so I guess we're pretty sad about that. Got 2 more deaths. Damn, Harlan Carson's only been a few episodes and he just gets killed, alright? By Negan, so we lose Carson. And then 1 more death. Final death of the season, alright? Who is it? Aiden. So Aiden is the one who was Inza. That's just damn. So we'll talk about who gets Easy Street. Who gets Easy Street, alright? Who gets a front row seat? Karen works, because I guess Karen's our Daryl in this timeline, okay? So Karen, she kept punching Negan, and he was like, no! And he just decided to wait. He punched it 5 times, and Negan's like, I'm taking Karen with me. So, yeah. She's going to eat dog sandwiches, alright? So, Karen is listening to Easy Street, alright? Karen's with the Saviors. And then we got a traitor, which we'll do in the next part, okay? And that's it for this part. And, I will be finishing the Negan saga and all that. But Karen's on Easy Street. And who's the traitor? Actually, let's do the traitor. So this character is the Eugene. They're a bit of a snake. And they join Negan. I can see it. So Nicholas betrays the group, alright? So Nicholas is with us. So we add... That's it. Okay. The Joseph death. So does Fat Joey, which is this guy, join us, or does Karen kill him? Heads, yes. Joey survives. Tails, no. Joey gets killed. So Joey just gets his canon death. Alright, so we lose Fat Joey. So sad, okay? So sad. So, who gets the Spencer death? Now this character will try to join Negan. And we gotta make this work. Damn. So Heath decides to betray the group and be a little snaky snake. And Heath is the one who gets put down by Negan. Negan says, You have no guts. So who does he shoot randomly? Alright. Aaron. So Aaron gets shot in the eye. And he gets the Olivia death. So Aaron gets killed, alright? So you lose Aaron. Pretty sad, alright? Nicholas joins Negan. And then we got the Benjamin death, alright? So we got Benjamin. We got to talk about the kingdom. I forgot. So we'll add Benjamin, Ezekiel, Shiva, Henry, Deanna, and that's all. Alright. So who gets the Benjamin death? Now this is specifically only a character from the Hilltop. Alright. So from the kingdom. So we got Ben, Henry, Zeke, Jerry, Deanna, and who else? Shiva. So somebody will, of course, get the Benjamin death. So it's the Benjamin death. No! So Ezekiel gets killed on this mission, alright? Now who gets the Richard death? So this character will get the Richard death. Damn, I love it. Alright, so Ben in this version, he gets blamed for the death of this character, and Benjamin, of course, dies with Ezekiel. So we add Henry, Shiva, and Deanna, and Richard to our wheel. So we add Henry, Deanna, Shiva, and Richard to our wheel. We'll also add Rachel, and we'll add Susie, Rachel, and Sydney. So add Sydney as well. Right, so we add Sydney to the wheel, which is Oceanside. So we add these two characters, but we will not add Jadis. I mean, Jadis wasn't yet in the season, so I'm going to say Jadis wasn't actually part of the season. And we also had Jerry. Forgot Jerry. My boy Jerry. Right. So the final death is Sasha, okay? So someone gets the Sasha death. Now who gets the Sasha death? Let's see who it is. Alright, who gets the Sasha death? No! Not Morales, please. Alright, you know Richard does work. He's kind of that fight or die character. He's definitely some fighter. So Richard, after seeing what happened to Ezekiel, takes the pill, and there you go. So now we're on season 8, and damn, we have a lot of different changes. Make sure the Shiva death wasn't here. Yes, we didn't have the Shiva death at this point, okay? So season 8, we got to talk about the Miranda Morales. So, this is where, not Dale, this is where, who comes back? Oh, Carol, Ed, Sophia. So we got a roll of dice. If it's full, then all 4 of them survive. How many people survive? So 1 person survives, okay? So 2 of them died off screen, the others survived. So that didn't count. Sydney, no. So we got Carol, Sophia, and Ed. Alright. So Carol, Sophia, and Ed. Now, which one of these guys survive? So Carol is the one who survives. Alright. So Carol survives. So Ed and Sophia get the Miranda and the Chris Morales death. The Eliza death, alright. And so, does Carol join the group, or does Carol say no, I'm not joining. Heads, yes. Tails, no. Tails, no. So Carol gets shot on the head. Now the question is, who actually kills Carol? That is so sad. So Carol just gets the Morales treatment. I love it. Andrea does it. So Andrea is the one to shoot Carol, okay? And maybe Morales is trying to talk to her down, and I was like, no, that wasn't. Like, yeah. Unlike Rick, she actually shot him, okay? So we have to add Sadiq, Jay's, Alden to this tier, which will add them in a bit. And once we get the Carl death, alright. So who gets the Eric death? Now this character we left behind and later turned to a walker. So who gets the Eric death? At this point, who gets the Eric death? Oh no! That's Jerry. Damn, that's so sad. So Jerry, our boy Jerry, gets left by a tree. Alright. And we have the Carl death, alright. Gavin. So Gavin's this guy. So who kills Gavin? Where's Gavin? So Alden joins our group. We have Gavin. So we add Alden as well. So we had Alden and Jadis. I won't add Sadiq yet because he's not in our group. So who gets the Gavin death? Alright, so somebody kills Gavin. Who is it? Who kills Gavin? I hope it's Shumpert. It's Alden. Okay, that's interesting. So Alden... she's here. Shumpert here. Have you got Shumpert? You got Shumpert. To prove his loyalty, Alden kills Gavin, alright? Now who gets the Crawl Death? So we also add Sadiq, alright? So somebody gets the Crawl Death, which I hate this death. I'm hoping it's a minor character, alright? But let's see. Oh no. I mean, Eric's a big character, alright? Eric's a big enough character, so Eric sacrifices himself to save Sadiq, and he gives Andrea the speech on how we have to spare people, and, you know, we still have our Atlanta 5s, so that's really cool. Okay, now who kills Jared, which is... I've got the Carson death, the Tobin death. So who gets the Carson death? Alright, so I get to see Carson death. Damn. Shiva the Tiger gets the Carson death. Alright. And then who gets the Tobin death? Oh, Sadiq. Sadiq gets the Tobin death. After trying to be saved, Sadiq just... he dies just after he's been saved as well. So we don't even get Sadiq, right? And... I don't know where Shiva is. I might have missed the Shiva death. But I'll add an extra death in the finale just in case. So Jared. Who kills Jared, which is this guy? I guess it's still Andrea, okay? And Simon, he goes at this point as well. And there you go. So, Shiva. Oh, Shiva's up here. So Shiva's before Gavin. Alright, so who gets the Shiva death?
Alright, so Shiva's Dale. Damn, Dale. So let's just make sure they got their deaths. Morales. What death was Jerry again? Jerry was the Eric death. You know what? Shiva works. Dale works. So Dale sacrifices himself to save the group. And Andrew's like, no! So we lose Dale in the war. That's really a big shocker, alright? Dale sacrifices himself. Okay. So full season 1 character is really crazy. So Shiva, Dale gets the Shiva death. I had a feeling that's going to happen. That's my fault, guys. I'm sorry about that. It just makes sense for it to be Dale. And that's the season finale. So Negan is spared. And we go on to season 9. Now, we have the Kenneth death, right? So we don't have Kenneth. Oh, we do actually. So Dwight, Sherry, and Laura will add a rot Justin Negan, okay? So we add Laura, Dwight, Sherry, Negan, Justin. I actually thought that Dwight to real and a rot. Alright. Now I know they leave the show, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say they all stay, alright? Just to make things interesting. Alright. So we get rid of the Saviors tab and we have to add Earl, Tammy, Kenneth, and Ozzy, okay? Tammy, Earl, Kenneth, Ozzy. So who gets the Kenneth death, alright? Somebody gets the Kenneth death and falls off the balcony, alright? And dies in the supply mission. So who is it? Gets the Kenneth death. Damn! Dwight ends up dying on this mission, okay? So Dwight falls. So who gets the Gregory death? Now Gregory's not here to be killed, so it's going to be interesting to see who's going to get hanged. Alright. And this second person will take over. Alden works because he was a former savior. I guess Alden's not as trusted in this version, okay? So who hanged Alden? Who did it? I love it. Alright, so Lily is on Maggie, okay? So Lily hangs Alden and takes over the hilltop, alright? So that's what we'll do. So Shumper and Karen are a couple. Merle and Lily are together, I'm gonna say. Jesse, who's Jesse with? I forgot Eugene was here. I guess we can say Shumper and Jesse and Merle. We said Jesse and Merle. Lily and Karen. Karen and Shumper. Morgan, I forgot he left. And Dwight left. I think. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say they actually stay in the group, okay? Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you want me to spin for those? Because I might start doing them. But I'm not going to do that. So Alden doesn't leave. Alden's killed by Lily. And she's in a relationship with... I don't know. Do we say Gabriel? Maybe Gabriel or Eugene? I'm gonna say Eugene because Eugene did kill Lizzie because he's not as much of a coward. So we'll say that because Gabriel's still with Jadis at this point, okay? And the question is, who gets the Justin death? So somebody kills Justin. All right, it's Justin. Let's put down Justin, and we take out a rat. So where's the rat? So who kills Justin, and who puts down zombified Justin? Justin, and we have a Rod. Jadis. Alright, so who's behind this? Who was behind the kill zombie Justin before it came out, mate? Judith is a toddler. That would be badass, though. This would be so cool for Judith, but Judith's only a toddler at this point, so it doesn't make any sense. So I have to reroll, but I will allow Judith to witness this event, okay? I love it. So Eugene was the one behind this whole time. And it turns out Eugene wasn't a coward. He actually was working to try and take out the saviors. And I forgot Nicholas betrayed the group, but I guess Eugene did as well. And he's taken out the people that he used to work with. So that's character growth right there, okay? So who gets the bridge death? Now this character will get the bridge death. So who... Now I've actually seen the whole spin-off. So this character will leave the show and be in CRM. Now I forgot to put this survives tab. I gotta put survives, okay? Survivors. So survivors means they survive. Now we're gonna flip a coin on all this. So we're gonna flip a coin. Does share... So heads. Spin-off, tails, no. No, there isn't a spin-off. This is a death. This is a death. Alright. Chadwick, so I've seen the whole spin-off, so. No! So Shumpert blows up the bridge, alright? Shumpert, screw it, I might have to reroll. So, heads, spin-off. Just because it's Shumpert, I'm going to make an exception. I want to say he actually... Oh, that's kind of hard though. I did say it. No exceptions. I'm going to do Shumpert. So he tries to save Shumpert from the bridge, alright? So Shumpert blows up the bridge and will appear in the CRM, alright? Now who goes off to get Shumpert? Makes sense it would be Karen, but we have Sherry, Dwight, and Morgan to go, so 3 people will go with them. Alright, Morgan works. We'll say Morgan finds Shumpert and he trades in with the CRM, alright? So he leaves as well. So we'll take out Jadis. And we'll take out Sherry. Now, I'm going to reroll for Dwight. So who gets hanged? Who gets the counter death? Because I think it was unfair for me to spin the wheel of Dwight. I already left the show. But I guess him and Daryl would never have... Daryl's not here. So I'm just going to say that still counts, okay? So... Jadis. Sherry. So Shumpert gets the bridge death, and Morgan tries to save him, but Shumpert gets killed on the bridge, alright? That's so sad, alright? So Shumpert leaves, but in my rewrite I will do the spin-off. The reason I'm not doing the spin-offs is I haven't seen them all yet, and so I want to get a better picture of all the spin-offs before I do that into a video. So that's the reason why Shumpert's tying on the bridge, alright? But if you want, we can say Shumpert escape at Morgan, and he will be in the spin-off with Karen. We can say that, okay? If you guys prefer that, let me know. So now we have the... We have to add Magna, Yumiko, Connie, Kelly, Luke. We add Dog. Connie, Kelly, Yumiko, Magna, and Luke. We also had Dog. So who would have owned Dog at this point? Trying to find Shumpert. I guess we can give Dog to Merle, because Merle's like our Daryl. Who could we give RJ to? Because Andrea, maybe? Could Andrea have a kid? She's been here long enough. In my opinion, we can give Andrea a kid, okay? So she has a son. Now the question is, who do we give her a son? Like, who would she be close to? Dale. She'd be close to Dale. Like, I'm gonna say his name's DJ, okay? And DJ. DJ also has immunity for all seasons, alright? These are Judith, okay? Even though Judith exists, he is our Judith. So, there you go. Now, we've got to talk about the Jesus death. Somebody gets the Jesus death, alright? After the bitch blows up, and Trumpet says everyone, who gets the Jesus death? Oh, Sherry. So, Sherry is surprise attacked, and, we'll do Sherry, alright? So, now we got Ozzy, Sammy, Enid, Tara, Henry. So there's 5 deaths, alright? So how many Pike deaths? 14. Bruh. 14 Pike deaths, alright? So we got 14. So we got Lydia. And I'm not going to add Lydia because I think there's no sense for Alpha. Actually, do I add Lydia? It's Lydia. Alright, we'll add Lydia. So 14 people are going to get the Pike deaths, alright? Oh no! So Lily is the first Pike death, alright? I guess it works though, because, you know, she's in charge of the hilltop. Who's next? Alright, who's next? Remember, Morales is not immune. Oh, so Enid is still, unfortunately, one of these casualties, alright? I don't know what Enid would go out with in this version. Who would she be going out with? Maybe no one. Maybe she's not going out. Maybe, actually, well, because they lose Morales, because Lewis would have been the same age as Carl, so. Because he's our Carl. Alright. So, who's death number 3? Nicholas. Okay, Nicholas works. So, Nicholas is number 3. Where's Nicholas? Nicholas is that. We got 11 more Pike deaths, alright? And the Pike deaths are the big ones, so I think it makes more sense to get rid of most people. Oh no, no! Eugene! The GOAT, the legend, Eugene. In fact, Eugene had a good run. Like, he had a good run, so for him to be one of the Pike deaths would be pretty shocking. Oh, Andrea's immune. Andrea is immune. Alright, so we got 4 deaths. We got 10 more to go. No, no. Oh, it's Kelly. That's so sad. I honestly thought it was gonna be Morales. I'm like, whew, you're gonna take away Andrea's love interest. You know, Andrea's not had anyone since the prison, because Jim, Kenneth. Alright, where's Kenneth? Kenneth is there. Yeah, because Jim, he died in the. Jim died in like season 5, you know, and by Reg. So she's been with Morales for like 4 seasons, so that's really impressive. Alright. It's kind of the reason why I'm not doing the bridge death, because then I'll be replacing the protagonist, and that kind of ruins the concept of that character video. But in my character rewrites for a merged protagonist and stuff, I will. So Magna is one of them, alright. So Magna is unfortunately one of them. So that's so sad, we lose Magna. Alright, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh no, no, Lewis Morales is immune, right? Lewis is immune, so I can't do Lewis. Damn. It's Yumiko as well, alright. Yumiko. Most of Magna's group have been wiped out here. No! No! DJ's immune, right? DJ's immune. I thought this was going to be Judith. I'm going to say, if you do this to Judith, you've took out my Grimes. Like, you took the whole Grimes family. No, please. Not Merle. Not Merle, no. Oh, it's this dog. That's so sad. Dog and Merle would have had, like, a really interesting arc. Alright. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Alright, so we got 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 5 more deaths. No! No! What did I just say as well? I just said that Judith better not be one of the Pike deaths. And she ends up becoming a Pike death. Alright, Judith's pretty shocking because she's been there since like the prison, so. So we lose Deanna. So Deanna is one of the people. So where's Deanna? Deanna. There she is. Jesse and Merle still here. I could have kept Jesse and Merle a kid, but I felt Andrea, it was honourable for her to get a child. Oh no, it's Negan. No. So Negan is one of the Pike deaths, alright? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I guess this whole time, maybe Negan and Sherry were still a thing. I don't know. 3 more deaths. 2 more, actually, it's 14. Jesus, no. That's a shame. He's actually one of my favourite characters. That sucks. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I'm working and Chumper gets the death. I forgot the Jesus death, didn't I? Yeah. After a rot, somebody gets the Jesus death. So we'll spin for one more Pike death. And then the Jesus death, alright. Lewis Morales, it can't be Lewis. Okay. No, no. I'm so scared right now. Why am I scared? Like, these characters, they grow on you, man. They actually do grow on you. DJ. That's Dale Jr. Okay. Since it was a boy, we didn't have a girl. Since we already had Judith. I would have called it Amy Judith was. So I thought RJ fit the character. No, no. Merle gets the Pike death, alright. So Merle is our season shocker. Now the question is, who gets the Jesus death? Now this character's the Jesus death, so who is it? Okay, Rachel works. So Rachel gets the Jesus death, alright. And we lose all these people at the end of season 9. Merle. You know what I realised? Jesse's so sad about Merle. Like, that's her husband, her boyfriend. That's so sad. Karen lost Shumpert. And, you know, Andrea's not happy about this either. So, there you go. A shocking reveal, rather than Henry, is Merle. Alright. So Brandon and Sadiq. So Brandon is this kid. So we gotta add Dante. Add those guys in a sec. Jules and Herschel. I forgot to add Princess Daryl Jr. and Jules. Now, I know Merle died last season, but just we'll say in the time skip, Jesse and Merle had a child together, and we'll say that was Daryl Jr. Okay. So when I say Daryl Jr., or do I say Shumpert? Daryl died in season 1. So DJ, and I guess Andrew was close to Shumpert. Daryl died like a while ago. When did Daryl die? Daryl died Daryl died in like season. Yeah, Daryl died season 2. So I guess Daryl Jr. and Dale Jr. and Lewis Morales. Okay, so there we go. And I'll just make sure we have everyone. Shuffle. And we got who calls Brandon. So we got Jadis, Lydia. Got Jadis. I guess Jadis is good now, so we can say that. Lydia. Sydney. Lewis Morales. Connie. Earl. Laura. Andrea, Princess. I love Princess character, dude. Karen Morales. Henry. Cheers. Jules. Tammy. DJ. Daryl Jr. Luke, Gabriel, and Ozzy. Alright. So that's who we are missing. Alright. So that's who you're missing this version, alright? So. Who kills Brandon? Alright. And then we're going to go through the Sadiq death. So somebody kills... I love it. So Karen. After the death of Shumpo, Karen's gone a bit rogue, alright? And she kills Brandon. After Brandon killed a family, Karen kills Brandon. Okay, I think that's pretty crazy for Karen. I made Karen such a cool character for only being in like a few episodes in season 3. Karen's like our Carol. So the Sadiq death, somebody discovers Dante's a mole. And then we'll talk about who kills Dante, right? So who gets the Sadiq death? Alright, it better not be someone like Karen, because imagine that arc I just gave her as well. Oh, damn. So it is Ozzy. Alright, so Ozzy discovers the truth. And he gets killed. So who discovers that... Who kills Dante? Alright, so I'm actually interested to see who kills Dante. I'm hoping it's like someone major. Like, I'm hoping it's Karen. Alright, Connie's fine. Because Connie lost her sister, so this works pretty well. Connie kills Dante. Alright, now, the question is, the Laura death, alright, the Earl death. So before we get to Alpha's death, who gets the Laura death after Beta breaks out of prison? I think it's Beta, or is it Negan? I think it's Beta, actually. No. Karen gets such an arc, and then imagine that she gets wiped out. She gets the Laura death, alright. So, who gets the Earl death? So they get stabbed, and later gets put down, alright. Luis Morales is immune, so reroll. Now, I won't allow it to be Princess, because at this point, Princess wasn't actually in the cast, but I will allow her to kill Alpha or Beta, because we do find her on the road. So Laura gets the Earl death. Alright, so who's Laura? So who kills Alpha? Now this character goes off to kill Alpha, and they come back later to bring her heads, okay? And I think it makes sense for it to be Princess, but let's find out. You never know. Alright, so who kills? I was gonna say, if this was Daryl Jr., that would have been so cool. So Sadiq. Sydney goes to Alpha and cuts her head off. Alright. So sad. So Beta. We gotta do a dice roll for how many people does Beta kill in the finale. He kills one person. So who's Beta kill? Alright, who does Beta kill? No. Jesse was our Carl as well. So Jesse gets stabbed by Beta before the end of the fight. Alright, so Beta is killed. But who helps us kill Beta? Alright, so who helps Andrea kill Beta? Yes, mother's son kills Beta, alright. So I do love that. And we have Andrea lose Morales. And we lost Morales, didn't we? Ozzy, Merle died. No, we didn't. Morales is still here, so that's the end of the season. And the attacker, we see you. Yeah. So season 11, which is our final season, I messed up. That was season 10. I'm sorry. So the Pike deaths are the same, but anyone here died in season 10. Dante, Ozzy, Brandon, Merle. He's the shocking finale. Okay. So Merle's the shocking season 9 death. So we have season 11. Alright, so season 11 is our sister season 11 cast. And we have the Gage death. Now somebody gets the Gage death, alright. I don't think it's actually on the tier list. No. So we'll add Anna. And that's it. Because I think at this point Negan only had his wife in the season. So we'll add Anna. And the question is, who gets left by a tree? So Pope. Who kills Pope? Now I'm gonna add Leah to the wheel just because it can be Leah. Alright, but then I'll remove her once if I land on her. So in this timeline, Princess helps in the wall. And Leah, where's Leah? We'll remove Leah. So what happens is Leah ends up killing Pope. Now the question is, how many people does Pope kill? So Pope is here. So how many people did Pope kill? And then we'll roll for Leah. 5 people got killed. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. I'm gonna leave that actually. I don't think they're not really a threat, so we're gonna leave that. So, who gets the Leah death? All right, who gets the Leah death? So 5 people get killed before we kill Leah, and it can't be any of these guys. So, actually, let's do this. All right, Leah does kill. So who kills Leah? Alright, so who kills Leah? Daryl Jr. I love it. So Daryl Jr., the son of Merle, kills Leah. Alright. And who was banging who was going out with Leah this whole time? I guess Gabriel was, alright. We could say Gabriel was having like an affair with let's say Morales. I don't know. Who was Leah sleeping with? And we'll say Daryl Jr. still killed her. Apparently it was Jadis. Oh no, it's Anna. So apparently Jadis was the one sleeping with said character. Apparently, the only guy really would be Gabriel. We don't really have any guys. We have Gabriel and Earl, but Earl's with Tammy. I don't really want to make an affair go on, but I think I might have to. I guess we can say that it wasn't a romantic relationship necessarily, but Daryl Jr. and Leah got pretty close. Because Daryl lost his parents last season, and he ends up killing Leah. Okay, we'll just say that. So I guess that makes more sense. And Daryl. So who was she dating? So I guess we could say Jules maybe. I don't know. Jules wasn't anyone, but Henry and Lydia are still a couple. Happy out. They're happy together. Gabriel and Jadis happy together. Luke. Oh, actually, let's say Luke and Jules. Okay, we're a couple. Luke and Jules. I'm sorry, Luke and Jules are a couple. What am I saying? But before Luke and Jules got together, Luke got with Leah, and Daryl found out. Daryl Jr. found out, and he shot Aaliyah to keep Luke's secret. Okay. There you go. The fact to explain a backstory for this. So, Sebastian. So we have to add Tobin, Mercer, Elijah, and Max. Okay. So Tobin, Mercer, Elijah, Max, and is that it? 4, 5. Yeah. Got 4. Okay. So who kills Sebastian? All right. So somebody kills Sebastian, and who kills Sebastian? So it can't be Lance, and it can't be Pamela. Damn. So Morales decides Jules is the one to shoot Sebastian. Okay. Shoves him in a bunch of walkers. So who gets the Lance death? So who kills Lance? As he tries to betray the group, who kills Lance? Anna, Negan's wife. Okay. Well, it won't be Negan's wife in this film because he's already dead. So, who gets the Jules, Luke, and Rosita death? So this is the final death of the season. Who gets shot? All right. Who gets shot in the season? Who gets shot? Daryl Jr. Damn. Okay, Daryl Jr. works. So Daryl Jr. gets shot. All right. And how many people get killed? So there was 5 people that were killed, and so I'm gonna say 8 people. My dice rolled earlier when I rolled 5 people. How many people died? Okay, let's see. 3. And we already have 3, so that's fine. So who gets the Jules death? All right. Somebody gets the Jules death. All right. Tammy gets the Jules death. All right. She gets devoured by walkers. And who gets the next death? Who gets the Luke death? I forgot the armed. Who was the arm? I always forget that. Damn. So Mercer ends up sacrificing himself to save Princess. All right. He gets his leg cut off. So who gets their arm eaten? Who gets their arm cut off? And then who's Lydia? I have to re-roll because Max makes no sense. Okay, so it can't be Max, but it can be anyone else. So the only people it can't be is Max, Toby, Elijah, and well, it can be Elijah, but it can't be Princess. So Henry works in order to lose his arm. We can say in the first case, Henry got his arm crushed similar to Aaron, and he had no choice but to cut it off. And then who gets the Lydia one? Now, I won't allow it to be Henry because I think it's unfair just to lose both of his arms. Sydney works though. So Sydney gets bitten after trying to save Sydney, where are you? So after trying to save, let's say, who did Sydney save, right? So Sydney saves let's say that she was saving our Dale Jr. and she got bit and had to cut it off, okay? So we can say that. Now the question is, who gets the Rosita death? So this character gets the Rosita death. Alright. And we flip a coin for Pamela Milton. No, not Luis Morales. Not Luis Morales. He's immune, alright? I can't allow it to be Luis. I'm sorry, Luis is immune. Okay, Gabriel. I don't care. Gabriel's dying. Not to bother about that one. A lot of people are like, what? A lot of people are fans of Gabriel. I'm one of those who's not personally, but if you are, that's okay too. Okay. I just realised this was season 11, so I'll just make that blue. So, our survivors are Andrea and Lewis and Morales with their other son, Dale Jr. They're all just happy living together. Lewis Morales is depressed after losing his girlfriend in season 9. Henry and Lydia, Henry with one arm, is happy enough out. Jadis lost her boyfriend, so she's depressed. Luke and Jules are still a couple. Connie's chilling with Luke. Earl, I don't think he's with anyone. He's not with anyone. Sydney's not with anyone. Max, it's not Eugene. So I guess Tommy and Max would probably be a couple. So we can say Tommy and Max are a couple. Princess is not with anyone after the death of Mercer. Elijah, he's not with anyone because Henry's around, so there's no reason for Elijah and her to get together. And Herschel, he's just chilling. You know, he's been adopted by Andrea. I'm going to say he's been adopted by Andrea. Okay? So does Pamela survive? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Tails, no. So we lose Pamela as well. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of, my reaction for Andrea. And this is my 4th character tier list because I already did T-Og and I did Dale and Laurie. Don't worry guys, for this video, I'm going to do 3 more season 1 and then I'm going to keep going to season 2. I will eventually go back to do every character. Maybe not Randall, but if you want Randall, you can let me know. But, the big ones. And I'm kind of annoyed Jadis is alive. I was thinking of doing an onslaught in this version, but I thought, have a bit more of a happier ending rather than having lots of people killed. But, I might add an extra death in the next video, each season, which could be interesting. But, yeah, peace, farewell.